Hey guys, William Saunders here. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of a glimpse of some of my charting services of how that actually works and how it go out. Okay. Um, well, it'd be a little bit more different, and I would say organized probably within a specific Skype group or something like that. But I recently just did one for a student on October the 16th, and you guys can take a look at that link. It'll probably be in the description down below. So October the 16th, I actually went across a few assets here, and I just marked up my analysis. Okay, so if you guys see obviously red here, that's where I was mentioning about the sell, and this is GBPUSD. So if we take a look back on the 16th, right here, I was also talking about waiting for a specific function to happen for me to actually place some sell trades through here. And as we can see, that function did happen and everything of that sort. And that was kind of like my sell perimeter that I was actually looking to with GBP USD right there on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, don't mind these current greens here. That's like my new analysis that I'm dealing with. And then I basically gave them the analysis for the daily, and I told them to take the sell entry here. So if you take a look, this was the candle on the 16th, and I told them to basically sell at this rate. And of course, my next level of selling would be here. And then let's take a look. And I have some other parameters that, like, don't worry about these because that's not relevant right now. But in regards to that, definitely from here down to there. And then I'm waiting for a specific function to happen right around this range as well. So that is with GBP USD. And let me just adjust this here really quick so that I can take a look. All right, so 80 USD, as we can see, still hit all my parameters. And if I pull back to the 1 hour and take a look on a 16th, I do believe I had some things I was setting up right around this range for the 16th. And then I also had my time frame set up for the 4 hours, okay? And it's kind of funny because it started doing this whole function, but I was still telling students to sell at these ranges and everything, and we can see it's still going down pretty good. And I'll even pop this out here so that you guys can see a little bit more, because I have some things going on right around here, some stuff going on here, stuff going on right around here. So let's see. And that is Audi USD. And once again, all the analysis was done on October the 16th. Okay, so the link is actually down below. October the 16th. You guys can click that link, and it will take you to a screencast video that I actually recorded. And you guys can check the rates and everything like that and see. Okay, just got to alert that one out with something else. That was done before this video here. And then next, I do believe I went over Euro USD with them on, and let me just take a look at this time frame and see. Okay, 16th was here. I probably didn't do anything on the 1 hour or anything like that. Not too sure. You guys would just have to watch the videos, compare the rate. I know for a fact I had my 4 hours marked off here for the 16th, and yep, it was right around like this region and everything of that sort. So once again, waiting for that function. That's where projected sell was there and projected sell is here, and it's doing really good. I also had like a sell within this region that I didn't plot out. There's a sell down here that I'm waiting for specific functions to happen. There's a buy between here. I'm waiting for, you know, kind of like that whole deal. All right, so let me see. NZD USD. This thing was so interesting here because right around the 16th, it clearly, matter of fact, that was right around here. So I had these perimeters set, and it immediately did, you know, 20 pips and everything. Then it comes back up to these levels, and then it comes back down, and then it comes up, to this region once again, and then it comes back down, so but I understand what's going on with this whole cycle, but I do believe I only at the time displayed the 1 hour and plotted that where I knew that we were setting within a specific range and everything. So I can tell you guys just out at the gate right now, I'll probably end up selling from here and back down to somewhere in these regions without a doubt. But of course, I'm going to wait for a specific function that I require, and then everything like that, just my other time frames are there. It's perfectly fine. And let's take a look here. Yep, and this is right there on a 15-minute. Okay, so yeah, so my charting services, it'll be something very similar to that for my expert student guys that's been requesting in regards to how that will work. So it would be something where I come out, I give my analysis, I mark up my chart, two different I would say packages, okay, and give me about, I want to say, maybe about a little over a week to get things in order for you guys before I can even begin that service or anything like that, because I am kind of like dealing with a lot of other things and releases and stuff like that, especially during this week. But I did have some students where I kind of sent out that same analysis that you guys would see once you kind of click down below inside the description. You have that link and it takes you towards that video. Once you guys watch that, you can see exactly what I was referring to and talking about. So this is kind of like the update of that analysis, okay, in that whole fashion. But other than that, I mean, if you guys are on my expert student list, make sure you take a look at your emails because I go a little bit more into details about that. And this is just a general video for you guys that just been requesting. So yes, there will be stage arts, and I will send those out and everything of that sort. Okay. Now, aside from that, let's talk about the stage arts indicator, the template. So I don't know if you guys are fully aware of how powerful that thing is. And I do have some pulled up, and you guys can see what you kind of missed out, even in regards on like just a regular day like today. Let me see if I can take a look. Okay, so here's a 15-minute time frame with the Sage Arts template, and we had something just recent where you could have actually bought from here and took profit there pretty easy for 17 pips. Prior to that, of that region, let me take a look at another time frame. So it gives a little bit more data here. So outside from there, I would say the day before, this is what, the 22nd. So yesterday, sold from here down to here for 36 pips, pretty easy. And we can see it did a little bit more. So if you guys actually go into the new user updates, I explain how to get the most from this template, okay, which is very, very simple and profound when you guys are using it correctly, okay? So out of USD, here's a 15-minute. Let me take a look at another time frame to see if we missed anything outside from there. So right now, we can take a sell from this point, which is probably good, down, 10, 15, 20 pips, okay? If we want to buy, we can actually buy above here, but it just kind of depends on what your other time frames are looking into. And let me take a look at this from that point. So once we get to this region, of course, we can buy from that level upwards of here, 22 pips, upwards of here, 40 pips. And let me see. Most relevant, I would say, is the sell that came from here down for 18 pips immediately. Okay. And then we can see it actually extended a little bit more to 48 pips range. So that's out of USD. Let's take a look. Euro USD, most recent action. If you guys would have taken this, that was a quick, 15 pips or whatever. We can clearly see from that level down to here is projected opportunity still 17 pips. So, I mean, what do you expect when you see something like that, right? So to go from this point down to there of 17 pips, it comes down to, right around 14 pips. and then it turns back around and clears up above this level. So it's still currently going and ranging for 22 pips, or whatever the case may be. So we can stay, pretty easy if I wanted to adjust to see another perimeter and just really lower this. Let me fix this right out through here. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to say upwards of probably any of these regions. So 50 pips, 55 pips, 70 pips, everything like that. Unless you get something that actually turns around like through here when you're back down to the selling. So you'll sell back down from like this perimeter down to here 12 pips, down to this perimeter here, which is like 24 pips and everything like that. So but yeah, so that's the Sage Arts, guys. It's relatively simple once you guys are actually using it the correct way to gain some pips, and it's outstandingly automated in regards to the parameters here. So as long as you guys understand how it works, okay, you'll be able to come in and just, let's say, sell from this region, back down to here, which is 18 to say the least, the minimum, right? Or buy up to there. And then if we can see, if you can actually adjust this time frame by just zooming out, we can buy from this back up to here, 13, upwards of here, 30 if it has the potential, right? And down to here, I do believe we saw that was 18, and then we have one down to here, which is like 32 pips, okay? Yep, so if you guys have already got the indicator in the template files, make sure you get the updated user guide, okay? That is going to help you guys out a lot, because then you'll be able to come in and take profitable trades and entries, and we'll show you how to set and forget your positions. So that means you can set a pending order here and a pending order here, where to place your stops, okay, where to set your take profits, and you guys would be pretty much fine and everything from there, okay? But other than that, this was in regards to the charting service that will be coming out for those expert students who requested it, to see how the analysis would be, okay? And there's another service outside from that, which is where you guys can actually watch me trade live. So I'm actually in a market and I'm placing my positions and everything of that sort, and you guys can just kind of watch over my shoulder. So I think that is going to be like the next phase of where I'll be focusing on, and that is going to be mainly my master expert students, okay? So that's going to be the next group that I just really want to focus on, and training strictly as market wizards, and they're just going to watch over me trade and all that stuff and that whole type of deal, and we're just really going to just crush the markets together, guys. Okay, so just wanted to inform you guys and kind of give you relevant insight to the whole services and everything like that. Like I say, check the link in the description down below. You can get that pre-analysis and you'll get like a much more fuller understanding of what I was talking about. Other than that, I wish you guys much success, and of course, happy trading.